This is HomeLink 6.8 of Everyday Math, Degree Measures. Our class has been learning about turns, angles, and angle measures. A full turn can be represented by an angle of 360 degrees, a half turn by an angle of 180 degrees, a quarter turn by an angle of 90 degrees, and so on. Help your child match the angles below with the angles pictured. It is not necessary to measure the angles with a protractor. Just kind of want the kids to start to get an idea about this. So if I draw the circle, HomeLink 6.7 was about turns, so if I draw a circle here, okay, it's not a perfect circle, but enough to get the idea, I hope. You'll see, yesterday we had the directions north, south, west, and east. Okay, and a full turn can be represented by an angle of 360 degrees. That means if I start here, my eyes are facing north. Okay, there's my eyes facing north here. That means if I go from north all the way back to north again, that's a full turn. That equals 360 degrees. So I'm going to start here, go all the way around, okay, and that's going to equal 360 degrees. And this little mark up here means degree. Now a half turn is 180 degrees, which makes sense because that's 1/2 of 360. So if I start on north and I go to the west and I end up on south, then the angle that I made from here to here is going to be 180 degrees. So if I do this, that half turn equals 180 degrees. Now, a quarter turn by an angle of 90 degrees. So remember yesterday we said a quarter is just a quarter of this. So I just go here, just turn one. So it looks like this. So I went north to west, let's say. That's going to equal 90 degrees. Okay, so this is 1/2. This is 1/2, this is 1/4, that equals 90 degrees. And so on. So help your child match the measures below with the angles pictured. It is not necessary to measure with a protractor. So tell which angle has the given measure. So let's see, I want something that's 180 degrees. So I'm going to look, 180 degrees is about a half a turn. Okay, so I need to look for something that's got a straight line that kinda has that shape on it. Let's see, it looks like A is the closest we're gonna come to that. So I'm just gonna write angle A, because that's about 180 degrees. And I'm even gonna write it over by this angle so that I can remember as I'm thinking about this that that's 180 degrees. Now, about 90 degrees. Let's see, 90 degrees is about a quarter turn here, and here a quarter turn. And I notice that's also a right angle, so I'm going to be looking for something that I could put a square edge or something into. 90 degrees, let's see. This one looks like I could put a square here, but it's not talking about this part of it. So don't make a mistake and write E, because this angle is actually trying to measure this, and I definitely could not put a corner on this side of this. So for the one I could put a corner in, should be about 90 degrees, would be right here, would be D. Now, for 270 degrees, I know that a half a turn equals 180 degrees, and I know that a quarter turn equals 90 degrees, which means that 3/4 of a turn equals 270 degrees. So if I start here on north and I go around 3/4, I go around 1, 2, 3, and I end up on east here. So if the shape that I went around looks kind of like this, sort of like a Pac-Man to me. But if it looks like this and it's got 3/4 in it, 3/4, that's going to equal 270 degrees. So I need to find a shape that kind of looks like Pac-Man. Hey, this kind of looks similar to that 90 degree one that I could have put the paper in, except I couldn't because the angle was on the other side. So I'm going to come back down to E, and yes, I would say that these two match. So this is E, that's about 270 degrees. Now, number 4 is asking for something that's between 0 and 90 degrees. Well, I know that 90 degrees kind of looks like this, and 0 degrees is just going to be here, right on the bottom here. So, it's got to be something between this and this. And my choices are going to be B or C. Let's see. C looks like it's between this and this. Let's check out B. Let's draw my 90. Yeah, you know what? If I draw my 90 right up here, I've already gone past. So this is not between 0 and 90. So I'm going to pick C for number 4. And then for B, I want to see, I'm looking for something between 90 and 180. Well, I know that 90 degrees is here, because this is my corner. And then I know that 180 degrees is going to give me a straight line here. So I'm looking for something in between here and here, and yes, B does fall between there and there. So this is Everyday Math, Degree Measures, Homelink 6.8.